Hey everyone, welcome back to this series of videos. This is the final video in a series that I have done of 5 videos, including this one, around providing you with information, tips, and inspiration to create your visibility strategy, your visibility plan as we move into 2020 so that you feel really good, so aligned, and self-expressed in the coming year. And ultimately, you grow your business in a way that is easeful. Feels so good to even say that, right? So, today in this final video, we are talking about 3 powerful questions to up level your visibility and grow your business with ease in 2020. So, I'm going to share with you these 3 powerful questions that I use for myself, that I use with my clients. They're really the common questions that I'm coming back to time and time again when I am wanting to really align with a visibility plan that works for me. Right? Because what works for me and what works for you is not going to be the same. These questions are really powerful to really customize what works for each of us as individuals. So excited to get to that. But first, I want to make a point, like, why these questions, right? Why don't I just give you a template, give you like your visibility strategy, the 1, 2, 3s of, what works best, give you the plan of the funnels and how many times to be posting on social media and what to do, um, as far as like these complicated strategies. Well, first of all, I don't want your business to feel complicated. I know that in my own life and in my clients' lives, we are at a place in business where you've learned so much, right? There's plenty of information, programs, all these quick fixes that really claim to skyrocket your business. And I know that you are dedicated to your growth and to business growth, and that you've taken all these courses and you have been in programs, but the problem is that oftentimes what you haven't had that I know you're craving is devotion to really nurturing and truly having yourself and your unique business goals understood. Am I right? Okay, so with that in mind, these 3 questions are going to help you do that. And you can have, a mastermind buddy help ask them to you. You can go through them yourself. I really recommend both, right? Because we can go through things ourselves and really we want to check in ultimately with what the truest answers for ourselves. And then we also get to see a different part of ourselves when somebody else asks us these questions and helps to guide us home to our truth. Okay, so both are really important. So, you ready for the questions? All right, so there's 3. Go ahead and watch this back if you want to make sure that you write them down. The first one is, are you in alignment with your deepest desires? Are you in alignment with your deepest desires? This is an important question to ask because if you're not in alignment, if you're feeling stuck, usually it's because you really want something else, right? We don't really come up against blocks in business where we have low energy or we're like, why isn't this working? When it's truly in alignment with what we actually want and underneath the surface, like our deeper desires. And many times we don't even really know what we want. So, this question is important to continue asking over and over again and to give yourself permission to honor those deepest desires and to come back into alignment. The second thing is, where might you be holding back your authentic expression? So anytime we have a block, right, around our visibility, we don't want to like do that talk or do a video or reach out to a potential client or, show up with our current clients in a way that feels really, really good, or create that program that we really want to create. It's often because we're holding back a piece of ourselves, our authentic self-expression. So where might you be holding back your authentic expression? And then the third question is, how can you move forward towards your goals with ease? Okay. So once you find out what you really want, come back into alignment, and then you figure out what part of your authentic self-expression needs to come forward to actually help you create those desires, right? And actually bring forward your authentic self-expression to go out and get after your desires, right? You want to come back to ease. How can you actually make this easeful? Because the path of ease is the path of long term success, right? Of ultimate fulfillment, of really nurturing yourself. So, those are the three questions. So, I really hope that you use these questions as a guide. Really, these three questions, or anytime you're feeling stuck, right, around your visibility or your business goals, and you really want to come back to these three questions in order to move forward. So they're really there to help you get unstuck. And so you might be wondering, okay, well, how do I know the type of support that it is going to allow me to not only use these questions, but to have a deeper level of support as we move into 2020 with your business and to really ensure that it's easeful? And so I want to help you get clear right now on what type of support would serve you best depending on where you really are in your business and in your visibility goals. And the two categories that I want to talk about that you might be asking yourself over and over again is, do I want group support or do I want private support? And I know that oftentimes we can kind of fall into these group programs that, as I mentioned, don't really like customize to our unique needs. And yet some of them do, right? So there's tons of group programs that are amazing. And what I recommend is if you're wanting to go towards a group program, that you just ensure that you don't need that deep level of support, that you are already very clear in where you're going in your business. You already know that you're not going through like big shifts. You're feeling very aligned. You are just really in that centered place. And what's going to help you in the group environment is that it's just going to be that constant motivation, love, and support from other like minded people that you need, right? And then if you're on the other side where you are really going through this place that I keep talking about where you've got a lot of information and you're still kind of feeling like, oh man, I need some more like nurturing and devotion to figuring out what I really want in business because it's feeling hard. I'm not feeling fulfilled. I don't feel that like inner and outer freedom that I wanted in my business in the first place. And even if you've been in business a while, or maybe you've only been in business for 2 years, you're in this place where you've created something, but you're feeling like you want to shift, that there's something more, that there's these pieces of you that want to be revealed and come forward. And if that's the case, then I really invite you to plug into deep level of private coaching. Okay. And so what I mean by a deep level is not just a coach that's going to tell you what to do, because you can find all that information right online. Like a really good coach will help guide you back to these three questions. Continue to reflect what they're hearing as your authentic truth. Ask you questions that pull out what you really want and then create the business around that, not the other way. Okay? Do you see the difference? So for those of us fiercely committed to next level visibility, authentic self expression, and business growth in 2020, and you're wanting to really come home to you to realign with these desires, then high level support is the most delicious gift that we can give ourselves when we're in this place. And so I want to invite you to consider what it might be like to have that level of support. And if you are feeling like I might be that aligned person to partner with in 2020 for the entire year, I would love to hear from you as to why I might be your biz bestie, your visibility cheerleader, and to really share this journey with you. And you can find out more details about that opportunity over at jessicatomlinson.com/biz bestie. I'm looking forward to hearing back from those of you who are